Hello, good evening to all of you. So in this live stream, I'm going to try something new. I'll be solving questions on mathematics and maybe economics if we feel the need for so. And I'll be using my new pen tablet, and I'll try to handle only easy questions because I am out of practice and definitely I commit a lot of silly mistakes, and I would not like to take on difficult questions as of now. So what I will do is, if somebody asks me a question which is something I need more time to solve, then I will park it up for a different offline video. I'll prepare for that question, make a video and upload it. But if there's a question which is easy enough, I will just solve it live, and it will be easy for you all guys to understand the approach I have for solving questions on mathematics. So what I will do is, if I do not get any question, I will use MSQE previous year question papers, and I'll start from 2004 most probably, and I will just pick up the easy questions and I'll try to solve whatever I can, right? And yes, apologies in advance if I commit any mistakes. Do point them out in the comments or in the live chat. I will rectify them and make a clarification video if it is needed. So let me just start. In the absence of any doubts so far, what I will do is I will just take up a question and I will start solving it, and also share my screen along with it so that you guys can have a look at it. So let me just open the question paper, and after opening the question paper, I will have a look at the, I will share the screen, sorry. So we have the question paper. Okay. Okay, fine. So I will start with this question. That's good enough. Now let me just, before I start solving, let me see if I have some kind of a chat. No, I do not have any chat, so I will start solving the question. Okay, let me just start sharing my screen also. Okay, so this is a quadratic polynomial. This is ISI 2004 MSQE question paper. Question number 2. Px is a quadratic polynomial such that p1 is equal to minus p2. If one root of the equation is minus 1, the other root is. So let's try to understand this question first. So we have a quadratic polynomial. So let's just take it a form as ax square plus bx plus c, right? So let me just go to the whiteboard and just write over here. If you have any trouble watching this solution, maybe because of the screen resolution and all, just type in the chat. I will try to adjust it. So let me just erase this date over here, make it something smaller. Yeah. So I'll do one thing, Control Z. Ninth May 21. So the quadratic equation is of the form, or rather quadratic polynomial, ax square plus bx plus c. And what do we know about this? We know that p1 is equal to minus of p2, and one root of the equation is minus 1. So what we can safely say is that if we put over here, what is this, minus 1, we get a 0, which means I can say that this will change to a minus b plus c is equal to 0. And what is the next thing? P of 1 is equal to minus of p2. Let's first find p of 1. What is p of 1? P of 1 will be a plus b plus c, and this has to be equal to, with a negative sign on p of 2. So let me just write it over here. Negative sign of p of 2 will be 4 of a plus, this will be your twice of b plus c. Now what do I need to show over here? I need to find the other root. Okay, fine, perfect, fine. So if you just look at it, we can, if we find a, b, c, we will get the complete quadratic equation, and then we can just find the roots. And if you think about it in a different way, we can also just find two values, because right now we only have two equations. So how can we find that? Let's just think about it in this way, that if I add these guys, hmm what should I do with this so that I get another root? Uh, uh, okay, this is what happens when you're out of practice. Hmm. Okay. Let's just write this equation. Let's just solve this part over here. So when you take this over here, this will become 5 of A, and then this will become 3 of B plus 2 of C is equal to 0. And over here we know that these are the two equations which we have, this guy over here and this guy over here. So let's just take these two equations and remove everything apart. Okay, so we will remember these two equations. So let me just write it in a small way somewhere here for remembering purposes. 5 3 2 1 minus 1 1. Okay, and then we will just use eraser and remove out this guys. Okay, see, I'm trying to do something new, so it will take a bit of time for me to come to terms with it, so bear with me for a while. Okay, this is a pretty bad way to use this. Let me just increase the size further. Okay, okay. This is what happens when you are new to something. But the thing is, when you start practicing, it will become better. And as I am out of practice with these two things, first, mathematics problem solving, and second, teaching through pen tablet. So I will face a lot of challenges. But that is not a sign of worry. Eventually, I will get a hang of it, if I don't quit. If I quit, obviously I'll not go much far. So okay, let's just use pen now. We have this guy, we have two. Okay, fine. So what we have over here is A minus B plus C is equal to 0, and 5 of A plus 3 of B plus 2 of C is equal to 0. And if you see the sum of roots, alpha plus beta is going to be minus B by A. Okay, uh, and product of the roots is going to be C by A. So over here, if we just divide the whole equation by A, we might get some hint over here, right? So let's just remove this alpha plus beta thing over here, and then we can get some hint from here. See, I'm not trying to optimize my solution. I'm just trying to tell you how I would solve a question. Let's say if I have no clue of solving it, I'll use all my tools, I'll use all my arsenals, and with practice I will know what to use, right? And as I have not practiced before coming on this live, so you will have the raw version how I approach things. So over here, let's divide all throughout with A. So you will have 1. Okay, this is you will have 1 minus b by a plus c by a is equal to 0, and you have 5 plus 3b by a plus 2c by a is equal to 0. Okay, over here, so what should be the next strategy? Okay, we know that one of the roots over here is -1. So let's take alpha as -1. Let's go here and put alpha as -1. So over here, we know that minus b by a is alpha plus beta. So we can write this guy as 1 plus alpha plus beta, and this guy c by a is your product of the roots. So this will be beta is equal to 0. Okay, this will solve the equation, and then you will have this goes away. So twice of beta is equal to 0, which means beta is equal to 0, which means the other root is 0. Do we have an option for that? We do not have an option, so I have done some mistake over here. What is the mistake which I have committed? Some of the roots is always okay. I have committed a mistake over here. It's a minus beta over here. You got it. So okay, this is minus beta. So if you take minus of, okay, this is minus beta, so in that case 0 equal to 0, which means we will get nothing from this equation. This will give us 0 equal to 0. So this approach definitely will not give us the answer. This will give you, where is the pen? This will give you 0 is equal to 0. Oh, what happened? This will give you 0 is equal to 0. So there is no respite with this solution. So how to approach it? Let's just wipe it out completely and then restart it. We'll just look at the question again. Okay, let's try to find out how we can do. If one of the root of the equation is -1, we can take a form like this thing. Let's just take it as like some k times x minus alpha times x minus beta is your px, where definitely k is not equal to 0. So this can be used. Now over here we know that one of the roots is -1. So we can say that alpha is equal to -1 for the sake of it. So we can say that p of x is equal to k times x plus 1 into x minus of beta. Now we can also say that p of 1 is equal to minus of p of 2. Let's just find first p of 1. Let's go slowly. So p of 1 will be equal to k times, this is 2, and this will be 1 minus beta. And what will be p of 2? P of 2, yeah. So p of 2 will be k times 3 into 2 minus beta. So if I take a minus sign over here, now these two guys have to be the same thing, right? So we can just write k into 2 into 1 minus beta is equal to minus k into 3 into 2 minus beta. K is not equal to 0, so we can cancel it from here, and then we will have 2 minus 2 beta is equal to minus 2 plus beta. So we will erase everything and just retain this part of it, right? This is the important part which we have to preserve. Let me just use eraser now. Let's just make it a big eraser for the first time itself. Okay. This is a very time consuming thing. I thought it will be very easy. This is pretty difficult. But yes, it's fun as well. Mhm. Sorry guys, I know that I'm not playing Counter Strike or any kind of gameplay, so you might get bored. But if you find this interesting, good for you. Okay then. So let's just use this equation over here, and then we will have 4 minus 3 beta is equal to 0. So beta is equal to 4 by 3. Now I'm pretty much sure that the other root is 4 by 3. Let's just check. Yeah, again we do not have an answer matching to this, where I have committed a mistake. So I definitely committed a big blunder somewhere. Where it could be minus 2 minus 3, 2 goes here. Oh, sheh. Twice of this is 2, then 2 beta. Thrice of 2 is 6. So this guy over here is 6. Sheh. And this guy over here is your, I'm really out of touch. So when this goes here, this becomes your 8. It is very messy now. And when this goes here, this becomes your minus 5. So this becomes your 8 upon 5. I'm really ashamed of this solution. Yeah, we have 8 upon 5. Let's just take the answer as well. Forum for answer key. Answer for question number 2 is 2B. 2B, yeah, we are right. So I'll just write it clearly what this thing over here. Let me use a different color. Let me use green for the time being. So what is happening over here is, uh, if I take this guy from here, I have, this is minus 6, so this will become 2 minus of minus 6, so plus 6, so 8, and this is minus of 5 beta is equal to 0, so you will have beta is equal to 8 upon 5. Now I know I have messed it up a lot, but you can rewind and see what all has gone through the solution process. You'll automatically understand it. It's not a difficult problem, but if you're out of touch, definitely you'll take some time to solve it, right? So I'll just check the chat to see if how I am making sense or not, or else it will be just like a lone guy talking to a wall. So there is okay, yes. So there are people who are by study logarithm. One must be already negative. We are taken. How can I get PDF on these questions? Thanks. Okay, you want the next question? Okay. Let me just clear the whiteboard again. Clear it. Use this guy. Let's look at this. So link to this question paper. This is the question paper. Let me just post it over here. And and highlight it. Pin. I have pinned the question. Now let me just look at the other easy questions. See, my target is only easy questions. I don't want to be smart. I want to be a simple guy. So I'm solving only easy questions. Okay. Question number 2 is on statistics. Problem of statistics given to 3 students ABC. Their probabilities of solving it independently are 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 5. Probability that the problem will be solved. Now, whenever you get such type of question that there's a task to be achieved, and let's say you have been given success rate by 3 modes. Either you have 3 people doing it, 3 methods of doing it, 3 companies doing it, and you just want it to get done. So you do it in the other way around. Let's say what is the probability that this does not get done? Then just do 1 minus of that. It becomes a lot easier. I mean, it's just the way I do things, and probably it's the most advantageous way of doing it. So what are the success probabilities? Success probabilities are, if you are able to look at the whiteboard, let me look. Yeah, you are able to. So I have 1 by 3, 1 by 4 and 1 by 5, if I am not mistaken. Let me just check. 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 5. So the failure rate will be 2 by 3, 3 by 4 and 4 by 5. Let's say all of them fail, and as you have independence, what you can do is simply multiply them. The moment you multiply them, 3 gone, 4 gone, this is 2 upon 5. This is failure rate. So success rate will be 1 minus 2 upon 5, which is 3 by 5. So this is the chance that the work will be done, or what you have to do. This is the chance the problem will be solved, which is your 3 upon 5. So 3 upon 5 is option number A. Solution of 4 is A. So we are right. So yeah, even we have solved this easy question. Let me look at the chat. Okay, thank you so much. Now let's look at the next easy question. Easy. See, I'm only looking at easy, pretty easy questions. I don't want to play smart. Hmm. 15 looks easy. So what does 15 say? 15 has sum of infinite series, and this is, let me just erase the whiteboard first. I hope you got this. I'll erasing it. Erased. Okay. So what we have over here is 1 plus 3 by 4, 1 plus 3 by 4 plus, then you have 7 upon 16, then you have 7 upon 16, then you have 15 upon 64. I'll just take till this much. 15 upon 64. Let me just take the final term as well, because just to say 31 upon 256. So this is 31 upon 256. So this is your 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 4, 2 to the power 2 to the 4, 2, this is 2 to the power 8. I guess this is power of 4s. 4 to the power 1, 4 to the power 2, 4 to the power 3, 4 4 is 16, 16 64. Yeah, these are the powers of 4. So you can just convert this as 1 by 4 to the power 0 plus 3 by 4 to the power 1 plus 7 by 4 to the power 2 plus 15 15 by 4 to the power 3 plus 31 by 4 to the power 4 and so on. So I'll just take the first three terms now because we have understood the pattern now. So what's happening over here? This is basically your I'll just take this guy as 1. It is not of any importance to us. Now this thing over here is simply your 1 minus 1 by 4 to the power 1, right? This guy is 1 minus 1 by 4 to the power 2 and so on. Can you even generalize this guy? This will be your 1 minus, no, that won't make sense, so we will not count this guy. So we will just take these terms. Let me just let me just take this as 1. So we need to add, when we are adding this, what we will have is okay, so this 1 is creating some kind of an issue. I see that there is a pattern over here. Okay, fine. So this guy over here is your S. Let me just do an S upon 4. This will give you 1 by 4 plus 3 by, this does not make sense. I have committed some kind of a logical flaw here. Control Z. Let me just think through this again, because this will not be, because these questions are pretty easy. If I'm taking so much of time, it means I'm going the wrong direction. You have infinite series. This is 3, this is 7, so twice of 3 plus 1, this is twice of 7 plus 1, this is twice of 15 plus 1. Okay, so you can think of it in this way, that your a n, the nth term essentially is twice of the no, not this way. Okay, okay, let's do a simple rejig over here. Let's just take this as S and just do S upon 4. So we will have 1 by 4 plus 3 by 16 plus 7 upon 64 and so on. And let's just do an S minus S by 4. This will be your 3S upon 4 is equal to 1 plus 2 by 4 plus this will be your 4 by 16 plus 8 by 64 and so on, right? And just for the sake of the completion, if you extend this guy, this will be 15 by 256. So 31 minus 15 will be giving you, let me just use a different color from here. green. So over here 31 minus 15 will be 16, right? So what's happening over here? 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, and then 2 to the power 4. So we have understood the pattern. So we have cracked the puzzle. So what's happening over here? This essentially is your 1 by 2 to the power 1 upon 4 to the power 1 plus 2 to the power 2 by 4 to the power 2 plus 2 to the power 3 by 4 to the power 3. So just tell me, what is the common ratio? The common ratio is pretty much obvious. That's 2 upon 4, right? So I'll just remove the part which is not needed and just do the calculation part from there. Let me use eraser and make it big eraser. Yeah. And then just do a bit of magic. This is fun in the beginning. Let me see how long I can continue this fun. See, if it helps you, I am happy because I'm having fun. See, my intention is not to teach you. See, if my intention was to teach you, I would have prepared. But as you can pretty much see that I'm not really prepared, just having fun. Yeah, I'm trying to explain myself. See how useless. Now let's just use this color, and then we know that we are finding this guy 3s upon 4, which is this green term over here, right? And we know that our a, the first term is 1 and the common ratio is 2 upon 4, which is nothing but half, and this is an infinite GP. So your S, the infinite sum, can be approximated as A upon 1 minus R. A is your 1, R is your half, 1 minus half, which is 1 by half, which is 2. So the answer must be 2 if we haven't committed any mistake. Okay. Okay, answer should not be 2. What kind of silly mistake? This is 3s upon 4. So this 2 is not my bad. My bad. What the hell am I doing? This is 3s upon 4. So 3s upon 4 is equal to 2. So your s is equal to 8 upon 3, right? Let me just box it. Where's the green color? Green, 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 green. Yeah, green. This is your answer. S is equal to 8 by 3. S is equal to 8 by 3 is your C. 15C. 15C. Yeah, we are right. So you got it. So yes, I am committing a lot of silly mistake. I am committing a lot of. I am taking a lot of time. It's fine. I'm just having fun. So I hope you got the answer. Let me check the comments. यही गलती हम करते हैं. Oh, fine. Himanshu, cool, correct. You got that? That we commit a lot of silly mistakes. So now let's look at other questions, other easy questions. Before we proceed, let's do a clear up of the board. Choose red color. One more easy question. I am looking for easy question. Give me one other easy question. Easy, easy, easy. Just easy. I want very easy questions. No difficult questions. Okay. No, I'll not do matrix. I don't like matrix. Oh, I'll not do economics as well as of now. So let's just move on to 2005. So this is the link which I'm following. Just take the help of this link. Let me pin the link. Ah, ha, this is fun. But this is repetitive. I'll not solve this question. Uh, oh, this is over. So easy. Let's look at 2006. Again, this does not have some. I want to solve some fun questions, like the questions which I have solved till now. I don't want to break my head right now. I want to relax a bit. Ah, great. Let's try to solve 7 number. 2007, 7. Good, good, good. So this is your fx is repetitive roots. This is your fx. Y is equal to fx root of x plus root of x plus root of x plus so on. And what do you want to do? We want to find the first derivative in terms of fx. So I will use y for fx. That will make our I mean task easier, because I have to use just y for the calculation part, or else I'll have to carry the fx in all my steps. So what I can say is y is equal to root of x plus y, right? Let me just check if I'm right. Yeah, this is y. Right. So what we can do over here is, let's take this is a positive number, so we can definitely calculate log for this. So yeah, domain of this is positive. Yeah, okay. So let's just take a log of this. So ln y, but why are we taking log? Yeah, let's just take log half ln x plus y. We take differentiate it, it will be 1 by y times dy by dx is equal to half x plus y into 1 plus dy by dx. Okay, let me just erase the part which is not needed, and then we will carry forward. Eraser. I know there are a lot of gaming streamers. They play game, and a lot of people watch that game. But why can't we have an ecosystem that there are people who solve maths problems, and people just watch it getting solved live? It will be fun. I mean, I believe there should be an audience for that as well. Do I have the eraser? Yeah, we have the eraser. But yeah, I don't know how many people like maths and how many people want to actually see a math problem getting solved, that too in a clumsy way on a Sunday night. I don't know. There could be such people. Uh, 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 uh. So what we need to find out is dy upon dx, right? Yeah, first derivative. So let me just write dy by dx as our target. That is something which we want to find, right? So let's use a different color for the time being. Green. Dy upon dx, it's 1 by y, and see this guy over here, this will come to the left, right? So we will have minus of 1 by twice x plus y, and this will be 1 by twice of x plus y. Okay, I'm taking a leap of faith and erasing this part. Maybe I will not. Oh, this pen is ruling. Stay. I'm taking a leap of faith by erasing this part. Maybe I'll get stuck. I have no qualms about it. Okay, 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 okay. Hmm. Now, this guy can be written as dy by dx 2y x plus y, and this will be 2x plus y. This will be your minus y, and 1 upon twice of x plus y won't be 0, uh, because your y term over here, let me just look at the y term first. uh, yeah, your y term is square root of square root of square root of square root, and you're adding x to it. Where is the x? It should not be 0. We can just safely remove it. So what we will do is we will just remove this guy. Go away, go away. So dy upon dx is equal to y. See, this denominator guy is going to numerator over here, and over here we will have this numerator is denominator now. This will be twice of x plus twice of y minus of y, which is equal to y upon, what happened to something bad as well. Oh, I have reached the end of it. Okay, so I'll share. So over here I'll write the answer. This is y upon twice of x plus y, and remember y is your fx, so answer is fx by twice of x plus fx. Let me look. F what is a mistake which we have committed? Oh, people will get really worried with my solutions. I'm committing a lot of mistakes. X plus y. maybe 2y plus 1 2x minus 1 x root of fx x into uh, some mistake. Maybe the mistake is in the form. We have got the right answer, but the form in which the option is written is not equivalent. So we might have to rationalize it or simplify it to that form. So we need to solve it in some kind of an other way so as to catch our mistake or to arrive at the options. So I'll redo it completely again. And before I redo, I'll just look at the chat. Will this live stay recorded for later? Yes, Nidhi, I will let it stay. I know that I'm committing a lot of mistakes, but I'll not remove it. And the thing is that this is a kind of a peek into my brain. What happens to my brain uh, when I'm not practiced, when I have not practiced, because I want to show you that what is the difference between someone who has practiced and someone who has not practiced. Right now, I was All India rank 7 in ISI merit list, but without practice, this is my current level. So you can see what is the difference between practice and no practice. That is why I let it stay. I let it stay to just give you a look and feel that what is the perils of not practicing. So let me have another shot at it. So what is the fx? Fx over here is equal to x plus whatever is inside is also the same thing, x plus x plus and so on. So we can say that fx is equal to are we safe to say this? First of all, that is my main question. Fx, yeah, this definitely is fx. So let me just write fx over here. That will make more sense. Because maybe in the process of writing y, I have committed some kind of a mistake. So what we can do is fx is equal to x plus fx. So fx is equal to x plus fx to the power half. Let's just start differentiating it like this form itself. So we will have f dash x is equal to half of, you will have over here x plus fx half, and on the top you will have 1 plus f dash x. Okay, this looks pretty standard now. I have not taken any fancy step like taking log or something, just did what was written, and this might solve the purpose. You see, the kind of memory which I have of previous practice, the first thing which I want to do always is try to find a shortcut, and that gets in the way of solving something directly. And if you are having a plain slate or a clear slate, you will do those things which are said by the question, and maybe see, this is what I have done by just doing what the question says, and this to me looks a more better approach. So this is a good hack for you, that do not look for shortcuts or do not try to bring in the memory of your previous questions. Look at a question at in isolation, and that might give you a better hint to solving. Okay, let's erase. Well, erase this part. See, right now, the onus is on you guys to find out if I'm committing any mistakes. Just leave out the mistakes which I'm committing and take out whatever value you can get out of it. Because the thing is, if you have access to something, take the maximum use of it, right? Because ultimately, whatever resources you have to put maximum use of it. And most important thing, you're getting it for free, and this is not bad for free. uh, uh, uh. Okay, so let me just write it here. We will have twice of f dash x. I'm taking this denominator, making it in that thing. Half is root x plus fx is equal to 1 plus f dash x. This will give you f dash x as twice of root x plus fx minus 1 equal to 1, which will mean dash of x equal to 1 and if you think logically, what was our fx? Let me just write fx with a different color now so that you understand what's happening. Yellow. Yellow, 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 yellow. Yellow. So your fx over here is nothing but root of x plus root of x and so on, which means this guy is equal to root of x plus fx. So you can just write this guy as your fx, right? So you can think of this as, let me just change the color now to red again. So this guy over here is 1 upon twice of your fx minus 1. You got that? How this is twice of fx? Because this thing over here is fx, because ultimately you have repetitive roots, rather repetitive square roots, not roots, square roots. Root may be other meaning of the root in different context. X, what is the answer? 1 upon twice f minus 1. 1 upon twice minus 1, which is 7b. Let's look at the solution. Where is the solution for this? 2007. Yeah, 7b. 7b, right? 7b, yeah, fine, we have got the answer. So did you have any problem while having any solution, while looking at the solution? I mean, I will look in the chat now. You can take y square equal x plus y. See, I generally do not want to square, because when I square, I introduce another function into it. You get my point? See, when I say that x is equal to 2, the moment I square it and make x square is equal to 4, I'm introducing another x value, which is x equal to minus 2, because minus 2 will also have a square of 4 and 2 will also have a square of 4. So I try to avoid squaring both the sides in most of the cases, because the moment I square both the sides, what happens is I'm introducing one more solution into it, or one more form into it. So whenever you get a problem, let me just erase the board and just write what you are trying to say. Nikhil, I'm trying to address Nikhil's issue right now over here. Okay, so one second, before Nikhil, let me just erase it. Erase. Okay. Color red is what I want. Let me increase the font a bit. I want humongous font. Yeah. So if I tell you that x is equal to 2, if you square both the sides, you will say that x square is equal to 4. But the moment you say x square is equal to 4, you mean two things. Either x is equal to 2 or x is equal to minus 2. Now this is certainly we did not start with. So I generally avoid squaring both the sides when unless I have unless I do not have any other alternative, right? Now why we are getting this kind of inconsistency is because we generally do not have a clarity on squares and square roots. Let me just give you a bit more clarity on this, right? Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. So let me just put a, if I say x is equal to 4, what will be your answer for what is square root of x? Tell in the chat, what will be the answer for this? What is square root of x? I want to know this. Anybody live want to answer this? If x equal to 4, what is square root of x? Till the time I am having a sip of water, let me know. Let me know your answer to this. If x is equal to 4, what is root x? What is square root of x? Plus minus 2. Wrong, wrong, wrong. That is what I wanted to tell you. This is a very rookie mistake. Plus minus 2 is wrong. Plus minus 2 is wrong, wrong, very wrong. You guys need to know this. Why? Why you are wrong? Let me just show my screen. Whenever I say root of x, this is going to be just 2. Not plus minus 2. Why? Because square root is always giving you positive output. Whenever you use square root function, it never gives you a negative output. Now think about it thoroughly, that how can square root be negative? Because what happens is square root is a function whose range is always from 0 to infinity. Think about it. I mean, if you plot the square root function y is equal to root x, we just plot y is equal to root x for you. This will be something like this, right? So y is equal to root x is always in the first quadrant. So how can you get a minus 2? That is wrong. So that is why I do not do a square, but I can safely do a root. Because if I have a positive number, I can take a square root of that. I cannot take a square root of a negative number. The moment I take a square root of a positive number, it gives you a unique solution. You can try even calculate your calculator or Google as well. Let me show you Google. That will make it more clear. So I'll write square root of 4. This is 2. Look at this. Look at this. Square root of 2 is square root of 4 is 2. It's not plus minus 2. This is a pretty conceptual blunder which a lot of people do. Do not commit these blunders. That whenever I square both the sides, what happens? I introduce another solution which is not part of the current solution, and whenever I square root, it has to give you only one answer because square root has a range in 0 to infinity. I hope you got the answer to this. Let me just see the chat window. But I read somewhere that when it is written under a radical, it is plus 2. called as principal square root. What do you want, uh, Nikhil Kole? Nikhil Kole? What are you meaning over here? Principal square root. Square root is always positive in nature. So whenever you have a root, it will always be positive, right? So root of 9 is 3, root of 4 is 2, root of 36 is 6. Never plus minus. Whenever you square something, and then let's say I give you x square is 9, then x is equal to plus minus 3, right? It's a very subtle difference over here, right? So I'll not get more into it, and I'll start solving different questions now, or else it will become too boring and intellectual. Maybe I'll make a video on this if I feel that there is a need for this. So let's look at the different question. First erase this, okay? Okay. Where was I? Yeah. Hmm. Let's start. Not this actually. Let's do some. Yeah. Let's have a wavy curve equation. This equation. Question number 10. So question number 10 says you have x square minus 3x plus 2 greater than 0. This is a wavy curve question, right? Uh, so I need to find the set of values for x. Let's first factorize this. Okay, now comes the magic of wavy curve. What I will do is I will use a different color. Green, and increase it. This is your, you have 1 and 2, right? 1 and 2. So we have three regions, less than 1, 1 to 2, and greater than 2. We do not have an equality, so we are not concerned at 1 or 2, because at 1 or 2 it will definitely be 0. We just need to check the inequality part, the positive part. If x is more than 2, this guy is positive, this guy is positive, this is positive, and if x is less than 1, this is negative, this is negative, 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 positive. Now definitely this has to be negative. That's the idea of wavy curve. The moment you have regions over there, just find out one sign and you can alternate it, right? And your life is easy. So you need this part and this part for your solution. So greater than 2 and less than 1. So what will you write? Let me use an eraser for here. I might need to go to washroom. I might. So okay, boss. So what is the solution which we have? Greater than 2 and less than 1. So we will write two things. First, okay, 10 is greater than 2 and then you have less than 1 and a union of it, right? So let's check the answer. This is your option number D. Which question is this? This is question number 10. Yeah, option number D. Okay, fine. So I hope you got the solution to this. Let me look at the chat. Okay, there's nothing in chat. Any doubts which you have? I'll now proceed after you have some doubts, because I have been solving a lot of questions, and as this is my first time, I don't want to get bored of this and not continue it in future videos. So I would like you guys to ask few general questions before I proceed ahead. So maybe you will give me few suggestions for future videos, and then we will proceed ahead. Or if you have some other question, I mean, ask whatever you want to ask. If you guys do not have a question, then I will start solving the other questions. Why do we take less than one region? Because that is positive. Because I have erased that. See, if it is less than 1, this guy over here is negative, and even this guy is negative. So negative into negative is positive, right? Right, Nidhi? Because if we have less, okay, let me share the screen. Sorry, my bad. So if we have less than 1, first term is negative, second term is also negative. So negative is positive. That is why we need that. And y greater than 2? Because both the term is positive. Positive. That's the idea. I hope you got it. I hope you got it now. I see. Nikhil is saying, I never understood this wavy curve technique. I found a great resource for inequalities which helps us understand it from more basic principle. At your URL, you have not pasted URL. See, this wavy curve has a basics also. I explained you the basics. I never jumped any steps. I told you what to do. I never told you any cut copy paste method. I explained the intuition for this. Whenever you have greater than 2, both the terms are positive, so it will be positive. See, you have to just understand that whenever there is a point which is changing the sign, so that will make it from positive to negative. So when you jump 2 points, it will be from positive to positive, or negative to positive negative. So it will again be the same sign. That's the idea of wavy curve. So whenever you go from region 1 to region 3, you are crossing 2 points. So you'll have the same sign. And when you're crossing from one region to the next region, you're crossing 1 point. So it's change in sign of 1 point. It's like this: odd number of -1, odd number of negative is negative, even number of negative is positive, and even number of positive is positive, and odd number of positive is positive. That's the idea. So if you understand this very basics, then you will always understand Vivek curve. And this is from basics, from first principles. This has no hand waving. This is a pretty fundamental thing. Vivek curve has no technique. This is a pretty intuitive way and a pretty basic way to solve such inequalities. Okay, let me look at the doubts. Then Rohan is asking, when will there be a square bracket? Whenever we have an equality, we will think of square brackets. When we have inequality, we will not have square brackets, because at square brackets what happens is we need to consider that point. So when will we consider that point? when we have to consider equality, because you'll only have equality whenever you're, I mean, try to think about it. In the inequality part, you have either positive or negative. But if it's but sorry, in the inequality part, you have either positive or negative. But in equality part, will also have zero. So equal to zero will only happen when you are taking those points. So when you have to consider the point, you will have to consider equality, and that will be a square bracket. Okay, so now let me do some general things. Now you guys need to ask me questions. I don't want to bore a lot of people, because I know this is the kind of content a section of the people want to watch, but a lot of the people do not want to watch. And I have understood this from my analytics, that a lot of people are not interested in this kind of a teaching content. But still there are a lot of people who are interested, but their number is lesser. So just for the sake of a lot of people who are not interested in this mathematics but are interested in general queries, I'll also have that session. I'll also open this up for general queries as well. So whenever you have a general query, you can ask that as well. And right now is the current time. So if you have a general query, do ask. And I have been publishing a lot of videos on MSQE, why I have studied MSQE, who is MSQE for, how to prepare for MSQE, why you need to practice. So watch those videos and ask me if you have any queries. Thank you, Nidhi. I know, Nidhi, a lot of people would like this content, but a lot of people would not like it as well, because see, and not everybody wants to study every time, but everybody is willing to watch some kind of a talking video any time of the day, right? Because that does not involve a lot of investment of your time and energy. So that kind of video is popular a lot, but this kind of teaching video needs some kind of involvement. Yes, Nakhil, I understand. This is interesting because this is kind of a group study kind of thing. Yeah, as a student, I have never done group study, and I am not a believer of group study. But yes, in this kind of a pandemic situation, when you want some kind of a help on doubt solving and all, this can be worked around. This can be practiced. This can be used as a workaround. Okay, now what should I do? Should I solve few more questions, or do you guys have any question? Do you guys have any question? So what I will do is, I will come back from the washroom, and if you guys have any question, just type in the chat and tell me what you want to continue now, and then we will either solve maths questions, or I will take your general queries, and see how long I can do this, right? So I'll come back in a while. Let me come back from washroom. I'm back. Yeah, sorry, I took some time. Okay. I have a general question. Nidhi has a general question. Are there books that are required in general for all entrances? I don't want to only focus on ISI or IGIDR or any specific college. Is there any list of books for all colleges? I don't understand this question, Nidhi. A Hall and Varian is kind of like your elementary book for economics for all MA economics entrances. So you have to read Hall and Varian for all MA economics exam. That is kind of a comprehensive book. It's not limited to ISI, but it is for IGIDR, DSC, JNU, Gokhale, what have you. Now Nikhil has a question. I have a question. If a plus b is greater than equal to c, then show that this is greater than equal to this. What will be your approach? Okay, see, as a principal, I generally do not look at a question and start solving it. I first look at the source of it, because sometimes what happens is whenever a student comes up with a question, they sometimes miss few assumptions of that question, and then when they are not able to solve the question, then they think that why are we not able to solve this question. So generally I do not take questions without a source, but in your case I will just take the question, and if I'm not able to solve it, I'll just tell you that there could be some assumptions which you are not missing, which you are not saying. So I'll just write whatever you have written and just see that what is the possibility in this. So this is a plus b greater than or equal to c first. Let me erase it. Okay. So what you have is a plus b is greater than equal to c, and you need to show that a by 1 plus a by 1 plus a plus b by 1 plus b is greater than equal to c by 1 plus c. Is greater than equal to c by 1 plus c. Now the thing is, in ISI, IGID or any exam, you do not have to actually prove a lot of things, but still, uh, okay, fine. I have copied everything right. There is no problem over here. So I'll share the screen now and I'll see if I can solve this. Okay, so this is your LHS, right? You can think of this as so 1 plus, yeah, this is perfect. And this as, because what will happen is this 1 plus a will go above, minus 1 will be getting cancelled. See, what will happen here is 1 plus a minus 1 by 1 plus a. So 1 will be cancelled and you will get this answer. So that is why I've written like this. So I'll erase this part. So I can solve this. Now we can write this as 2 minus of by A plus B. This can be further written as 1. Then we will say this guy over here inside the bracket is 1 plus B 1 plus A. This guy will be 2 plus A plus B. Okay. So eraser, eraser, eraser. Now what is the thing which I'm doing? Yeah, we have 2 minus we have to prove that this is greater than okay, let's just erase the bottom part as well. This eraser is pretty inefficient. It takes a lot of time. I'll have to find a better solution to write. Okay, now what we can do is all we have to prove is this thing. Where is the pen? It was greater than equal to, right? Let me check this. Greater than equal to. Yeah, greater than equal to. Yeah. So this was this will be 2 plus A plus no, I'll not do in this way. So this was the thing. See, I know that A plus B is greater than equal to C. So, if I replace A by B with C, it means that this guy over here, what I'm saying is this guy. If I replace this guy, A plus B, with C, it will be a smaller number. So this thing will be subtracted 2 minus a smaller number. So this will be greater. So we can simplify this as 2 minus C by 1 plus A greater than equal to C by 1 plus C. Right, that is what we need to prove, because we are just using a smaller number and subtracting it, so definitely it will be bigger than this. So if I have to just complete it, this is greater than this, which has to be greater than equal to this, right? So we can greater than equal to, actually all the inequalities have equality as well. Then what we do is let's just further write this thing as I think I'll take more time to solve this. I'll not waste other people's time. So where is Nikhil? Nikhil, I will take a lot of time to solve this. So I will, yes, I will be recording this video. So Nikhil, I'm going to actually solve this question on my own and see how to solve it, right? Because A, B, C are positive and real. Yes, it is an MCQ, but I didn't want to type all the options. I'm just coming 11th. I want to come in ISIB stat. Yes, you can come in ISIB stat. You have to prepare. Is 5 hours a day on math from 11th enough to crack? See, hours is not enough. You have to put in the devoted hours. So for you, if you can concentrate for 3 hours, it's good enough for the beginning. But you have to gradually increase your intensity of study. So ultimately, Rahul, if you have to prepare for BStat, you have to be thorough in your JEE maths, Olympiad maths, and then also solve your previous year BStat questions. Buy a tomato book or get hold of a tomato book, I mean from anywhere, and try to solve the tomato book questions. So don't think in terms of hour, but think in terms of what is the amount of time which is available to you and how much of a sincere time which you can give. That is the thing. Nikhil, wherever you are stuck, I was stuck. So I will solve this question and then I will see how to approach it, right? So anyway, it's just that I'm out of practice, and I can solve this. I just need to look at the solution question again. uh, Rakesh, yes, I will be uploading this video. Can we see Nikhil's question? Just there's a chat window, right? Just scroll up and you will see the chat. Do not post the book solution because I don't want to cloud my solution with the book solution. I want to have my original solution, right? So do not post the book solution. So any general queries, or we move ahead with the ISI questions? So if you have any general queries, I will go to the general queries, or I'll move to the ISI questions again. I'm waiting for your response. Okay, I'll move ahead then. So next question is, let me share the screen. Yeah, this is a fun question. Question number 17. What is the question number 17? 17 says that hx is equal to 1 by 1 minus x. Hx and you need to find h of x. Right? H of x. So first I will find h of first I'll do the inside thing, right? This part. For this part I need so this is so this part over here is let me just look at my solution. Maybe I have committed some mistake or not. Only then I'll move ahead. 1 minus x minus 1. Yeah, fine. This goes away. So you have answer as, let me change the color. This as your answer, x. Because this goes away, x by 1 is x, which is option number B, 17B. 17B, yeah, x. I hope you got this. Let me look at the chat. This was pretty easy. I like solving such easy questions, as the name suggests of this video. Wait, so Nikhil's question is super easy. Just expand it, cross multiply it, and we get this. Oh, anyway, Rakesh, I'll just look at the question and look at the answer, look at the solution to how I can proceed ahead. It might be easy, it might be trivial. See, I don't know. I'm not saying that I'm super genius. or I'm even very intelligent. I'll just try to find the solution on my own, and it might be easy. It's just that it's not clicking to me as of now. So I'll look at it again. Rahul did not get it. Oh, Rahul, let me again go back. So hx is this thing, right? So I need to find, one second. Sorry. h of x. So first let's just change the color. Maybe you will get it now. Let me change it to orange. This hx is nothing but this guy, right? So I will put this guy inside this guy. That will be h of h, right? So I have put the first output into the function, and that gives me this thing, the second output. Now the second output is the input for the third h. So I have put this guy as an input, and now after simplification you get this x. It's pretty elementary, I guess. Maybe look at this, pause the video after this live stream ends, and you'll get the answer, you'll get the approach. May try to do it on your own with pen and paper, and if you still face difficulty, maybe you need to look at the concept in your book of FOG type of question. This is that kind of questions, FOG, something like that. Let me look at the chat if I have made things clear as of now. Okay, yeah. Let's look at the next question then. So I'm not taking other questions from this year. Moving to 2008. Yeah, I can do 7. So 7 is 2008, question number 7. So 7 is there's a T. So what is the T? Okay, let's erase this first. You have what T is equal to 2xb plus 3x. And you have a constraint. Actually you have 3 constraints. Let me write those constraints. Such that 20xb 15xs. I guess, right? Oh, less than equal to. And these are positive. XB. Is that right? Greater than equal to 0. So let me simplify this further. and you have to what to do, maximize. Okay, so you need to max of t. Let's take 5 common. Can you take 5 common? This will be 4xb so this will be 180. If yeah, 180, 18 5s are 90, right? 18 10, yeah, fine. So your constraint actually is this thing, 4xb plus 3x is less than equal to 180. And you can further simplify this constraint into intercept form, which is xb by 180 by 4. See, generally I solve this question in an unconventional way. I do not follow the book method because that makes me happy. This thing over here is 180 by 4, which is nothing but 90 by 2, which is 45. And this guy over here is 60. So essentially, the intercepts here are 45 and 60. Okay, so let me draw a diagram. So what it's saying is that if you have this as your diagram, oh, where is that now? XB, let's try to write this as XB, this as your XS. XB has to be this 45, this is 45. So in this shaded region I need to get it, right? And what is your objective function? This guy over here, 2x, what has happened, 2xbs plus 3xs. Now I can again transform this into my intercept form, which will be, let me erase the parts which I do not need, that will be easier. See, I have changed the constraint from simple linear equation to linear equation in the intercept form, because I love the intercept form because it's intuitive to understand. It's simple to draw it as well. So I have changed that. Okay. So I can say that where have we got it right? This guy over here is okay. So xb has t upon 2 and xs has t upon 3. Okay, so over here a better way to solve would be, let's just take xt by 2. I mean, see, I'm trying to solve it in an objective way. Don't think that this is a standard. This is just me trying to solve this in the most elementary way so that everybody can understand it, right? So let us take t by 2 as your 45. In that case, t is equal to your 90. So if t by 2 is 45, then your t by 3 is 30. So 45, and this is, let me change the color. So you'll go till here, and this will be your 30. Now, can you increase this line? If you increase t, this will increase. So I can increase t. This is parallelly shift. Till which point it will shift? It will shift till this point. What will be this point? T by 3. So t by 3 needs to be 60, which means t needs to be 180. So the maximum value of your objective function is 180, and that will be which option? That will be D, 7B. Where is the answer key? 7B, yeah, right. So let me just explain what I have done, because maybe it will be difficult for you. So I have changed the equations, or rather the inequalities also, into the intercept form. That makes it very easy for me to understand things, right? And in the intercept form, below xb is the xb intercept, below xs is the xs intercept. Now what I have done is, as my objective function does not have a t, I have to maximize t. I have just taken a t which is the same, which is a kind of a boundary to my constraint. So t by 2 is 45, which means t is equal to 90. So if I put t equal to 90, I can get the y-intercept for the objective equation. So that will be 30. Now the red line can be moved up. Now the red line moving up means increasing t, which means I haven't reached maximum yet. So if I keep on increasing red line, it will touch this thing and stop there. That thing will be t by 3, because xs intercept is t by 3. So t by 3 is 60 is the maximum. So t by 3 is equal to 60, which means t is equal to 180. So maximum is 180. That is the approach. Let me look at the chat if anybody has faced difficulty. See, I have not explained it in a very thorough way, but this is how I would approach it in an exam. There is no safe score, Akash. Every score is subject to attack by toppers. Sir, galaxy form round the supermassive black hole, or supermassive black hole form in the center of galaxy? See, I do not ponder over such galactic physics questions. I restrict myself to 11th and 12th class physics, and that too I like classical physics, Newtonian physics, or classical mechanics. Can we use Lagrangian? Why do you want to use Lagrangian? If a simple graphical method can solve this, why would you have to use Lagrangian for that? I mean, why do you have to use an advanced method when a simple method can solve this? Rahul is in 11th and you have lots of doubts. Yes, I understand, Rahul. But the thing is, in 11th, you don't have to think about galaxies and black holes. You have to think, you have to think in terms of something called astronomy, astrophysics, something like that. Kepler's laws and laws of gravitation, escape velocity, critical velocity, I mean, orbital velocity. These are the questions which you need to ponder upon. Now, how did you get y-intercept is equal to 30 initially? That's pretty easy. Let me check at what you're saying. Because my x and y are t comma 2 by t comma 3. Let me just give you the screen share again. X is t by 2 and y is t by 3. So if I have taken t by 2 as 45, t is 90. If t is 90, t by 3 is 30. That is why your y-intercept is 30. I hope you got it. I hope you got it, Nikhil. I will pause a bit. Let me know if you have any doubts, general doubts, any kind of mathematical doubts, and only then I'll proceed ahead. Shall I keep on doing or you have questions? Why don't we create a Discord, Telegram group, advertise it on Reddit, Indian, and prepare for the... No, I don't want to do that. I have burnt my fingers with a WhatsApp group, and I don't want to make another groups because I had a WhatsApp group till September, October 2020. Yeah, till late last year. But I don't want to make it again because it takes a lot of time. It sucks a lot of time out of you. Any doubts? Shall I keep on doing, or you have any specific general doubt about preparation, about life, about data science, about economics, finance? Because I need to cater to every kind of people who are coming. But yes, I am not into Stephen Hawking kind of a physics. My understanding of physics is a bit grounded and simple. Only class 11, 12 physics, and in that too, I like Newtonian mechanics a lot. So if you ask me, force is equal to mass into acceleration, free body diagram, friction, rotational mechanics, then velocity, kinematics, acceleration, then projectile motion. I like those questions. No, I don't want to expand as of now. I need to just focus on one thing. That is my agenda. First of all, I'll focus on YouTube, and then only I can jump to other things. Plus, I would not have regular time. I mean, I only feel like doing it once in a while, and if I do it once in a while, then there's no point of a Twitch stream. So this is like a flavor. It's like in my childhood days, I used to get idli as my breakfast only once in a while. It was not a usual phenomena that every week I'll get idli once a week. It was like once in 2 months, 3 months, maybe once. Sometimes if my luck is good, once every month. That's the idea. So I am not sure if I can commit to some kind of a live stream schedule on YouTube or Twitch. This is just a kind of a flavor to YouTube channel. How to master in maths in 2 years? I have made a video on this and published it today itself. Go check it out. You have to understand that video thoroughly. Go and watch that video. The video which I have uploaded today. Maths MSQE preparation. Where are you working now and in which role? I am a data scientist. PV question number 2018. PNC question PV. Yeah, we haven't reached 2018. we are doing 2008. So I'm doing sequentially. I cannot jump from 2008 to 2018. So if we have to solve PE questions, we will go sequentially. First, I'm solving the maths questions. So I'll take the PEA first, and that too from 2008 only. After that, after 2008, we'll move to 2009. So as of now, if you do not have any general questions, I'll move to the next question of 2008. So let me look at the next question of 2008. Okay, I said na that a lot of questions are generally repeated in ISI. So I'm going to show you something. Uh, you're seeing this question number 18. This 18 question we have already solved. This came in 2004, if I'm not wrong, 4 or 5, right? And after 2 3 years, it has been repeated. The same question, the same numbers. So see, if you solve the previous questions, it's highly likely that you might see that question in your exam paper as well. We just now solved this question. Okay, we have an easy question here. We have an easy question here. 23 number 2008. Let's solve this. We have a PDF of a random variable, and let me just erase this board. So fx is ax square e to the power minus kx. Minus kx. And it is saying that k is positive, also x is between 0 to infinity. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to find the value of a. So this is your PDF, right? So if we integrate PDF over the support, which is 0 to infinity, we should get the value as 1. So what I mean is this: 0 to t, limit t tending to infinity, a x square e to the power minus kx dx. Now all you need to do is solve this integration and put it equal to 1. Now the reason, okay, one second. Now there's a specific reason why I have written limit. Even if you do not write a limit, it does not create much of a difference. Just remove this limit and put an infinity over here. But I avoid that because infinity is something which we do not know the value of. So I work with limits. This is how I was taught in my class 11 12, and I have remembered this all throughout. So if I integrate this, I will get this. Let me just try to integrate if I can integrate it. So if I put, one second, Control Z. I'll have to use integration by parts, which I do not want to use. I have forgotten integration by parts formula. How do we do that? Anyway, this is the approach. What you will do is use integration by parts, and after you solve this, in place of t, put infinity, and you will get the value of your a. Just solve this integration, put in place of t infinity, and you will get the value of a from here. I don't remember this method of integration by parts, so I am not going to do this now after this. I hope you got this. I'm not writing with mouse, Pulkit. I'm writing with this thing. This thing, you're seeing this thing? Let me just see this. Right? This is the thing which I'm writing. Yeah. Okay. So I'm about to end the live stream. If you do not have any general questions, I'm not solving any more questions because it's past 9 already, and I need to wind up because I generally sleep early, and it's already late. It's past my sleeping time. So I got lost. I mean, I got just carried away with solving these questions. So if you have any general queries, ask me, and then we'll just end the live stream. So I'll take 3 questions, 3 general queries, and then end the live stream. Either 3 general queries or 9:12. At sharp 9:12, I will end the live stream, or at 3 general queries, whichever is later. Thanks a lot for today. My pleasure, Nidhi. Thank you, Nikhil. It was a good experience for me as well. I found this interesting. We'll do it. We'll do it similar sort of things repeat more frequently in coming days. Either 1 more minute or 3 more questions. Oh, it's 9:12. Okay, there's a hello, hi, hi DJ, hi Saurabh. So I am going to take a max of 3 questions, or I will end the live stream, DJ and Saurav. And as you guys have just said hi to me right now, I'll just wait 1 more minute. 9:13, I'll end the live stream if you do not have any more question. If you do not have any question. So DJ Saurav Gupta, if you have any question, just type in now. Or at 9:13 sharp, I will end the live stream because I have been doing this for the last 2 hours. It's 9:13, and bye bye.